Incoming, at the beach. Roger. Kane's voice was soft. 4. You good? Yeah, I'm awake now, Tack grumbled. The night was a bright one. The moon was 3/4 full, which made it easier to see. Good for them, on the one hand, but bad on the other. Sure, they could see better, but they could also be seen. Not ideal. The team had spread out across the bluff and on some rocks that marched out into the water. Cass had been on the far side of the car park, but was moving quickly to a new position by the beach. She ducked behind some palm trees and then flattened on her belly in the sand. Who's got sand in their nooks and crannies now? Jace mumbled. Dane cracked a grin. Love this team. The pickup did a wide circle and then backed up to the water line. The powerboat shut down its engines and coasted in with the tide. The pickup driver hopped out and waved a high-powered flashlight. The guy in the powerboat signaled back. Dane squinted into the darkness. His gut tensed. No fucking way. He brought his binoculars up and flicked on the night vision. He zoomed in and made the images as clear as possible. Son of a bitch. He closed his eyes for a brief second. This could not be happening. His stomach lurched. Dane's biggest nightmare just pulled his boat up onto the beach. Got visual, Cass said. Boatman has bags. Multiple backpacks. It looks like 3 in total. Pickup driver getting something out of the back of his truck, Tack reported. Kane confirmed. An exchange, like your guy said, 3. Roger that, Koa responded. Cass stated, driver handing duffel over and taking backpacks. Wait, they seem to be arguing. The pickup driver is shaking his head. He's taking back the duffel. Dane's throat closed over. He was struggling to hear what his teammates were saying over the sound of his pounding heart. Is he opening it? Jace asked, and then answered his own question. He is. He's taken something out. Too fast. I didn't get the shot. He stuffed it in his jacket. Now he's handing over the duffel. The boat driver doesn't look happy. Exchange complete. Got the pictures. Dane finally managed to make his vocal cords work. We have a problem. Repeat 2, Kane demanded. We have a problem, Dane said again. The guy in the pickup put the backpacks in the cab of his truck behind the driver's seat. The boat's engine revved and eased away from the shore. Kane demanded, What problem? The guy in the boat is one of us. Dane finally managed to get the words out. Coast Guard? Tack asked. Yes, MSRT. My former team leader, Craig Owens. You sure? The sudden tension in Kane's tone crackled through the comms. Positive. Well, shit. Yeah, and that didn't cover the half of it. Dane let out a breath as he watched the boat pull away. We don't need to follow the boat, not that we were planning on it. I know where to find it. But we've got to abort the rest of the plan. Tack swore. You think he has guys watching? Affirmative. We've just been damn lucky they haven't spotted us. They were at a secluded beach off a nature preserve on Oahu's north shore. They'd come early to get into position and then stayed in place. That had worked in their favor. If they'd moved around, then Owens's scouts would have seen them. The fact that the handoff had happened meant that no one had seen Tack or Cass move. But it also meant Dane's team hadn't seen Owens's men arrive. How had they come? Where were they? Dane swore. They're behind us, on the left. They have to be. That's the only place they could be where they wouldn't have seen 4 and 6 move. On the other side of the road was just a rocky cliff front. If they were on top of it, they would have a great view of the beach, but the palm trees would block Owens's team's view of the road and give them only keyhole views of the beach parking lot, including most of the bluff. Dane resisted the urge to turn and scan the surroundings in that direction. 5? On it, Jace whispered. He had the best view because he was out on the rock jetty that curved slightly on the right side of the beach, facing the rest of the team. Owens's team was in front of him, off to his right. Dane held his breath. Jace's voice vibrated in his ear. Shit. Got one at my 2 o'clock, another on my 4. Fuck. They were stuck until those guys moved. The pickup drove up the beach and over the bluff. He went back through the parking lot and made a left back onto the road. A few seconds later, his taillights disappeared. Nobody moved. Damn. He hated that the guy got away with the drugs. Tension vibrated along his body like tight guitar strings.